I'm Ron Klopfanstein in Utica, where members of Indivisible Mohawk Valley have gathered at the Federal Building for a pop-up protest. So I noticed that your sign lists a lot of the things that you're concerned about. It says hands off, health, human services, Medicaid, schools. What is your concern? Why is it that you want Trump to keep his hands off these things? What do you think he's going to do?
Because we are getting older, and I worked for a long time my life, and I have paid for my Social Security, which is underneath in here, and so I have worked for all those items.
Taking the funding from PBS was really messed up, and I like I said about education and accessibility, and PBS is one of those things that's accessible and has always been helpful for children, and so to take away the funding I just think is undemocratic.
Now, was PBS, maybe Sesame Street, those shows like that, were they important to your development as an artist?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Like I love animation. I'm definitely like I'm like an illustration major.
Yeah.
So all of those shows that were on PBS when I was growing up, like Super Y, Word Girl, Sesame Street, were definitely really important and like inspiring.
The orange-haired monster, Mr. Trump, and we have his henchmen. We don't know actually what to call Elon Musk because he's never been congressionally approved to hold any federal office, and yet look at the damage he's done to the federal government.
What damage has he done?
You fire federal workers, you close agencies that are already federally funded, like the horse in midstream, basically. You change the rules right in the middle of everything. And basically you do it without due process. You do it without any approval. And then if you choose to do so, you say to the courts, the federal courts, even the Supreme Court, I'm not listening to you. So if that's democracy, I don't want to live in this democracy. It's not a democracy. I'd rather die than be a part of it.
It has started with the U.S. Naval Academy Library, where Mein Kampf is there with 2 copies, but Maya Angelou's I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings has been removed. The Color Purple has been removed.
Wow.
They cannot censor our thinking.
I definitely am really disgusted by the way that Trump has attacked trans people. One of my closest friends is trans, and he's been so scared as soon as he got back into office, and the attacks that have been happening on, like he has his gender legally changed, but now that if he goes to get a new passport within this administration, he won't have his, gender as it should be on his passport, and medical care that he needs will probably be restricted from him. And he's not the only person I know. That's just like my best friend, but
Yeah.
I know there's so many trans people that are being targeted.
What does it feel like for them, for people who are trans, people that you know, the people that you talk to, like your friends? What does it feel like for them when the president of the United States attacks them and tries to eliminate their existence? What does that do to them?
I definitely feel like what my friends have expressed to me is that it's really terrifying. It's really scary because all they're trying to do is exist, and they deserve to exist. And I feel like the way that they're being attacked as a group is really unique and really sinister.
Yeah.
And I know that it's taken a toll on my friend, especially my best friend that I'm talking about. It's just been very hard. Again, he was just starting to do gender affirming care, and now some of that might be restricted. Luckily, we live in New York, and it's a safer state in terms of stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I know there's lots of other trans people in other states that are maybe not doing as well. And even in New York, he's seeing his rights be violated.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, the people I spoke to at the pop-up protest came from a variety of backgrounds, but all shared a similar concern about what they describe as Trump's attack on the Constitution and his disregard for the concerns of average Americans just like them. For 95.5 FM The Heat, I'm Ron Klopfanstein at the Federal Office Building in Utica. This is Ron Klopfanstein. Meet me in the hot seat every Monday at 5 p.m. for a hot seat.